Some of our stories of the day. These are, of course, stories we'll be tracking now. News Diary. We have the information numbers for you. 0800 029 999. That's the 24-hour hotline that you can call. Alternatively, you can access information via WhatsApp on 0600 123 456.
All right, let's break the numbers down for you now, and you can take a look. We saw that front page, I think it was of the Citizen, talking about the Western Cape and the numbers. Well, here we go. I mean, it's quite incredible, the numbers that were there. You saw the total numbers, but now we're breaking it down for you. In the Western Cape, increase of 967 on the reports. The recoveries there, 31,824. Currently, 1,300 reported deaths in the Western Cape. Gauteng, up 1,276 yesterday. So this, of course, now is something to watch, because Gauteng, looking like its toll with regard to infections is moving higher. 87 deaths and 3,756 recoveries. The Eastern Cape up 720 with 257 deaths, 6,331 recoveries, and KwaZulu-Natal up 122, 73 deaths and 2,133. The Northwest up 204, 5 deaths in that province, and 175 people have recovered there. In Limpopo, 98 deaths. I beg your pardon, let me take that back. 98 increases. That's the infection rate that's gone up yesterday. 98 cases. The deaths are 4, and the recoveries are sitting at 229. In Mpumalanga, up 70 in terms of cases. 1 death reported there, and 156 recoveries. The Free State up 41 cases yesterday. 9 deaths reported, and 235 recoveries. And then finally in the Northern Cape, 3 cases that were reported yesterday. There's been 1 death in that province and 81 recoveries so far.
And then just taking a look then at the overall numbers, the number of tests conducted to date, 1,228,098 tests altogether. Number of confirmed cases is now at 83,890. There have been 44,920 recoveries, deaths 1,737, and the number of active cases is now 37,233. That global picture, Leanne?
Yeah, the global picture now, we can tell you that it's sitting at 8.2 million. Those are what the numbers are looking like. Up 120,000 infections yesterday. The deaths are 446,000. That's up 5,500 from yesterday. In America, we're still looking at that as the epicenter. 2.2 million coronavirus infections. That was up 23,624 from yesterday. And the death toll is sitting at 120,000. That was up 742. Now, Brazil is this. The figures that we're looking at are still, stagnant from yesterday. So there's been no reports from those numbers, not even yesterday, actually from the day before. So, there's still so much happening in Brazil with regard to reporting of the numbers and the problems and the issues. So we haven't seen a move on those for 2 days now. So one can only imagine where they really are sitting. So that's the number we quoted yesterday and the day before, and it's still the same today. So yeah, but still very alarming figures we're looking at there. And then, of course, coming in there is Russia. That's sitting with the 3rd highest infection rate in the country, and the rest, of course, you can have a look at.
Right, let's move on to those trending topics now. And first up, hashtag Sassa. And this has to do, of course, with, in the main, the 350 Rand social distress relief grants. And most people complaining about the fact that they've received communication stating that they have been declined because they have other revenue streams. And they're saying this is not the case. It may have been the case 6 months, a year ago, but at the moment, this is not the case. So seemingly a lot of people are being declined on that basis, Leanne. And people are now asking for the president to step in and actually ensure that an investigation happens to see what exactly is going on with these 350 Rand grants.
Yeah, it seems like it would be so fascinating to see how many people have actually been paid this 350 Rand, because, when you look at the majority of the messages that have been coming through, everybody's been saying and sharing that same SMS that seems to be going out to so many people, basically their surname with at the end of the ID number saying your application for Sassa COVID-19 SRD grant is declined. You currently have income from other sources. And people are just getting these all over the place. And I don't know. I mean, it would be amazing to see how many people have actually been paid this $350. I'm not sure, but that's the big talking point. It has always been one since this was announced, but now it just seems to be a big one because these SMSs are coming through fast and furiously. And yeah, it's a sad situation. People desperate for just that 350 rand to get by, and they're not getting it.
And then, of course, in true South African style, and one person I saw posted, they actually received the 350 rand grant. So they put the whole screenshot up there. The account is now 356 rand and some change, and they're like, I need a financial advisor.
Oh, shame. We laugh, but it is so sad. It is so sad what's happening. It really is, but it's breaking our hearts.
South African spirit is something to be admired. We will laugh about the saddest of things.
We will, except for the next hashtag, Tyrese must fall. No one was laughing there,
No. Listen, Tyrese had the full wrath of South Africa descend on him.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we woke up yesterday and there was a photograph doing the rounds that Tyrese had basically posted on his Instagram page. I mean, I firstly never seen anything like this, basically talking how it's saying that there are white slaves in South Africa that, what is it that the blacks have done so well in South Africa that whites are now their slaves. Was I reading that correct?
Yeah. And there were even pictures to go with it, to qualify his story. And then people were like, what are you talking about?
I know.
Where did you get this from? And then Tyrese tried to do a backspin there, and at first he actually tried to explain that no, this was maybe tongue-in-cheek kind of thing.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
No, it felt badly. I mean, I know.
Then he tried to issue an apology.
Oh, shame.
Didn't work.
No, but I mean, at one stage he even said, no. When people asked him where he got it, he said, no, you must, my bro, go Google it. Google. Go to YouTube and Google white slaves South Africa, and you will see it come up. And people are like, come on. Really? You know how much fake news is doing the rounds, and now you're taking this as something that's gospel, and it just roller coasted out of there. But he was saying, no, I'm not saying it is a bad thing, I'm saying it is a good thing. Look how well they're doing there. I mean, it went so wrong. It went horribly
Tyrese,
wrong.
if you're in a hole, stop digging.
Yeah. Delete it and move on. Just move on.
Indeed. And then, of course, we are on day 85 of the lockdown.
I had I had a heavy day yesterday, I must say. I don't know how, I know we all go through those days, but I just felt the world sitting on my shoulders yesterday, and it's hard, it really is hard with you trying to do what you can in and amongst nothing. It's just really tough out there. It's a tough time, and I think what's really making it tougher is, and we'll share with you our question of the day as well, is just the news of retrenchments that are coming in left, right and centre. Whether we talk to Edcon, 22,000 jobs. Sassa, I just saw that on the front page of the Business Day. SABC talking about retrenching 600 employees, and those are just three that I'm mentioning. And you just feel this. The lockdown is one thing, but it's the repercussions that are another, and that's I think that's that heavy feeling I was talking to yesterday. It's a tough time we're all going through.
It really is, and next week it will be a full 3 months since we've been under lockdown. And as you say, you add SAA, SA Express, all the SOEs to that, and many private companies as well. It is a bloodbath.
I mean, we could talk more. I think we will after the news headlines. I just want to quickly update us on the news headlines. We're running a bit late here, so let's get the news headlines and then we'll get to that question and a bit more talk during our interview. So here we go.